Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back with part 5 of Croc.
Moment of truth, everybody.
Yes, we did some thorough cleaning and we're hoping it helped.
Yes.
If we run into problems again, we definitely will get this disc resurfaced.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so far a good sign. Because I'm intrigued with the story of this little crocodile and these cookie things that you told me that you were interested in making a real pastry.
Potentially, I don't know.
I'm for it, even though I don't really eat or like chocolate.
Yes. I wonder. I haven't decided yet how I want to do it, but I won't say too much.
Right.
But I did come up with another possibility just now of how this cookie could be made. Oh, I have the wrong list. This list.
Oh, poop.
Hello. Okay. Yeah, I think people can hear me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was worried because I was worried if I touched anything.
I don't think so.
Good. Ah! I don't know how to get up there.
Yeah, sometimes I worry my mom's a bit too much of a realist because she didn't seem very enthusiastic when I told her about the cookie idea. Especially because she's like, what, are you gonna hire a company to make them for you? I'm like, well, I was gonna try to figure out how it could be made. Because I feel like hiring a company to do it too early in the works would be cheating myself out of money.
Well, I suppose we could check with anything that teaches baking confectionery stuff.
Yeah. But she was very like, well, we can't even bake cookies without burning them, so we won't be able to do it. When I asked if she could help. So she was very much like, man, negative right off the bat. And it's true what she says, but I think the reason is really what we're baking in more so than we can't bake cookies. So,
correct.
It's not my fault she doesn't want to buy more,
material.
Different baking sheets. Because we have a feeling it's the silver colored baking sheets that they just get too hot too quickly. And you can't cook it less time because the center has to be cooked enough. So we just need something that, won't burn the outside. And we'll keep the center, but we'll cook the center.
Right.
They're also really old baking sheets, so it's possible they just don't work as well anymore.
Good. That's what I was doing wrong. I didn't have the analog turned on, but let's see.
Oh, okay. Oops. So I'm gonna eat my snack, so there might be crinkling.
Yes, last time we did this, the game
It froze. Yeah. I think you remember. I don't think that was in the part we threw away, because when I mentioned the cookies before, that was a take we threw out because we didn't want to do that to you guys again,
Yeah, it froze.
Yeah.
The thing's not even loading anymore. Dagnabbit.
I think you're gonna have to reset it, and then you're like, "Oops, sorry guys," and then you see the logo and the title screen for the millionth time.
Ah, there we go.
Oh.
We get more cookies.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm afraid to talk with the Cookie Monster.
Yeah, and talking about making cookies, I'm like, I better have my snack, because now... I mean, while I was like only mildly hungry before, now I'm like, oh, I need food.
No! Well, at least I didn't get hurt. I got family to save.
Yes. Whoop. That is typical snow level. You know, it's funny. I would think more people would complain about snow and ice levels, but they go to war with the water levels instead.
Right.
And I mean, I love snow levels, but the slide physics are really frustrating on snowy and icy levels.
I would know, considering I remember as far back as Super Mario Bros. 3.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched it on the channel, how difficult
Yeah.
it was to control Mario on that ice.
Yeah. Ah, and don't get me started with Super Mario 64. Wow.
Careful, little guy. I lost a life. And that was... We haven't done it on the channel, but I remember playing.
Yeah.
And Mario falling, fall into the snow.
I remember when I played that game with Mom, and Mario fell and would be screaming, and then she'd start screaming.
I can only imagine what it was like in that house.
Yeah.
This'll get deadly.
Well. I had one family member who literally stopped playing Mario Sunshine because of the obstacle course levels
Wow.
and the anxiety it gave him when he fell in those levels. I'm like, okay, yeah, the obstacle course parts of Mario Sunshine aren't the best, but I feel bad that some people use stuff like that to say the whole game is bad.
Yeah. Kind of like those who say, not sure if I should evoke its name, but the extraterrestrial was that bad because they didn't read the instruction manual.
Now that I know that, oh my god. That plus you know who making that video about a game very dear to my heart and crapping all over it, I'm beginning to question their authority.
Same. Question everything, my man.
Now that we know that that game was so bad because most people didn't read the instruction manual.
Yes.
Because I think we take for granted that a lot of games you don't have to read the instruction manual.
Yeah.
Because there was another NES game that that same person complained about, and he probably didn't read the instruction manual. We didn't know that with that game as well, you had to read the instruction manual to make sense of what you were doing.
Was it a certain
monster franchise? Yes.
involving involving two minds, one person. Yes.
So then I was really questioning the authority of that really popular YouTuber.
Yes. Considering the first time he didn't even play the game, he just went through one spot of it, and then the next time he touched it, he got further, and then eventually he did do the whole game. So that's another reason why I feel he...
Oh yeah, that's the one he revisited. I forgot.
Yes, twice. So he really did not do our beloved Dolphin.
No, and I don't imagine he will do that. Because while there were people... And that's the thing, like, while there were people who were like, oh yeah, his Echo video sucked. There weren't enough... There, like, wasn't enough of an outcry that I feel like he'll do anything about it.
Damn.
And that's the same thing with that other guy whose name I won't mention, who really made that terrible Eiffel 65 video.
Oh yes, that guy.
In that case, I felt like I was literally the only one angry. So there's no way he was going to fix it. Like, also, it was a Patreon request, and the person who got it commented and was obviously very pleased. So the fact that the person who requested it was a satisfied customer, that's enough, you know. Because most people don't know Eiffel 65 like I do. At least not here in the US. I don't mean nobody does. A lot of people in Europe probably know as much, if not tons more, about Eiffel 65 than I do. But in the US, which I would think that most of his fan base is from the US, I could be wrong. You know, most people didn't know that much about Eiffel 65 and were probably satisfied with the information he gave, even though he had too much of his negative bias all over it.
They're just dollar store Backstreet Boys. No, they're not.
And just did like footnotes of did they do anything else? Yeah, they had another album, and then I don't even remember if he mentioned that they were under a different name, and I have to look at the timestamp of when the heck that video was uploaded to even know to fact check just how much he didn't cover of the what else did they do.
I think he only covered their first album, because wasn't My Console on the first album?
Yeah,
and only did like for a hot second didn't talk about one song from their second album for like a second before he ditched that and was like, oh, I want to talk about this PlayStation song. Yeah, and most people call it the PlayStation song. They don't call it by its name, My Console. I've seen some people erroneously call it My Console and like write PlayStation in parentheses. That is also not correct. No!
Or they'll call it My Console and they'll spell console with 2 L's, which is also not the way Eiffel 65 wrote the song title.
Well, on the plus side, I got this game working, but at the negative side, I'm still struggling. Slipping and sliding all day, really, it feels like.
And, so he didn't mention that they had 2 more albums, and then that one of the members left because he was doing solo work that was interfering with their own work. And he didn't even talk about their third album that was in Italian only, and then they did a bonus CD that was in English.
Yeah.
Yep. He didn't talk about Bloom 06. And I want to check, I don't know if this came out before Panico, but Panico is another song they released under the name Eiffel 65. And obviously now they've done some more stuff. But something I can with confidence say that he didn't mention that would have been good to mention is that the singer of Eiffel 65 has done some solo stuff. And he probably had already done like 2 or 3 solo songs at the time that guy made that video. So he was just being lazy. He really didn't want to do it. But he was being greedy and lazy because it was a Patreon thing. And instead of saying, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that song because I hate the band and I hate the song, he did it and wore his bias on his sleeves, and the guy who requested it didn't care and gave him money when really he didn't deserve the money, in my opinion, because he didn't do it justice. And he gave other groups leniency, but not Eiffel 65, all because he hates Blue. Very shameful. So one day, not right now because I don't have video editing skills that are at that caliber anyway, and I don't have a big following, but one day if I ever get some kind of following in a solo YouTube capacity or a podcast or whatever, something, I will probably do an actual retrospective on Eiffel 65. There is one thing, I do think he covered some of what they did before Eiffel 65. I think he did cover some of that.
I think very briefly, yes.
Extremely briefly, I would probably cover it.
He was also more focused and interested in the blue alien from that video.
Did he even talk about how his name was Zordal, how he had a TV show, and how that TV show has a theme song that Eiffel 65 made?
He did mention... Oh yeah, it was like, oh yeah, this blue alien thing had this cartoon, and da-da-da-da.
Oh yeah, right, and he showed a screenshot of it and complained. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Like, he had big issues with the...
It's almost as if the
CG style.
He cared more about the CGI cartoon and thought that the band was just merely a front for the CGI cartoon.
No, the cartoon was made by the record company that Eiffel 65 were working with, because they were also trying to be like a software company at the same time.
Right.
And that those videos on their Europop album were made with Blissco as their name, Bliss Corporation. That was made in-house. So now I have to do some of my own research to fill in the blanks in some areas where that's another reason I'm trying to become more fluent in Italian, is that I acknowledge in this guy's defense, it is hard to find English language sources for a lot of this. And a lot of it I just happen to know because I was constantly there, because I was a big fan of Eiffel 65 and still am. But it is, going back, hard to find a lot of English language information past the first album.
Yeah.
You kind of have to be willing to... it's not impossible. Like, I found... Of all places, I found an interview for their Contact album, which is their second album, in English, on Tumblr. Yeah, because very briefly, Jeffrey J had a Tumblr, and he has that interview on his Tumblr. So unless they got rid of it, I probably could still find that in the archives. Excuse us.
Excuse me, yes.
Sorry to go on and on. Eiffel 65's a very special interest of mine, as you can tell. But, this is one of those things where, like, I would love to be a video essayist because I have special interests I can talk about for, like, forever. But I'm like, will people be interested enough? And can I do it professionally and knowledge-y enough with it?
I think you can.
But yeah, part of the reason I wanted to become more fluent in Italian is so that I could use some Italian language articles. And maybe I could even use, now that I'm thinking about this, some of the singles from their third album were really successful in France. Maybe I should look up some French language resources as well.
That'd be cool.
Because there are certain areas where I'd like more knowledge. Like, I have no idea if their group Bloom 06 was still under Blisco, or if it was a different record label. I do not know that part. That stuff's always kind of hard to figure out anyway, because that gets complicated, record labels and whatnot.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Like, is his solo stuff even Bliss Corporation? Is Gabri Ponte's solo stuff Bliss Corporation? I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to do a deep dive one day, though. And I'd really like to find the thing I can't find, and that's the booklets for their other albums, because that has a lot of information in the credits. Alright, come on. Come on, we were doing so good. Come on, buddy.
Come on, game.
Come on, game. Come on. We were doing so well. Oh.
You did it earlier.
Yes. I'll give you a few more seconds, game. As I felt like we were making progress.
Yeah. Should we hold on to this regardless of what happens? Because we made...
Yeah, we made it 23 minutes through, so yeah.
We might as well, yeah.
Yeah. You'll just have to forgive us that this happens. This is the peril of playing old games on their actual... hardware. Because somebody, Jimmy or Carl or whoever had this game before us,
yes,
did not take good care of it. And I guess, to be fair, I'll say Cindy, just in case it was a girl.
Or Martha. Or Gertrude.
Or Tina.
Or Penny.
Or Penny.
I don't think Anais would have a PlayStation.
No. Alright.
That's a clue for you all, so I guess I'm gonna have to hit reset. Craposaurus. Hi, logo.
All that's progress. Oh well, we'll get back to it again.
Yes. Yeah, You probably know, ladies and gentlemen, that we've been watching a lot of The Amazing World of
We
Gumball.
probably mentioned it, yeah. For me, it's rewatching. For Connor, it's watching for the first time.
Yeah. It's the first time for me learning about Gumball, Darwin, and their adventures.
And it's perfect timing because they finally came out with a new season. So I'll get Connor caught up to, the first 6 seasons, which we've done good. We finished season 2, so we have 4 more to go, and then we'll be able to watch the new season.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe we'll watch the movie too, because the movie did come out finally, didn't it?
The Chronicles of Gumball? Yeah, I thought so.
I'll just have to make sure that I'll have to do some research and see if that
Because that is not...
solves the cliffhanger, because it did come out before the new season, so we might want to watch that.
Before we watch Series 7.
Yeah, because I have heard that Series 7 just ignores the events of the finale of Season 6 that ends on a cliffhanger that I can't say much about. Because it just won't make no sense to you, because it involves characters you haven't even met yet, so... Well, sort of. But yeah.
Yeah, especially because you need to go to that other part of the stage to complete this
Yes.
part.
It's so funny how seeing... I am impressed, I will say, by their continuity in later seasons, without saying too much. That, like, rewatching it with you, I noticed things.
Oh, what'd you notice?
Well, I noticed that they did not go back, when they added more stuff in the later seasons, like added more lore,
Yeah?
it wasn't, we're going to show you this stuff as flashbacks to retroactively change it to make it make sense. No, it was legitimately, now that I'm rewatching with you, I'm like, oh, this stuff is actually there in the episodes. So I'm impressed about that, because I'm used to shows that sometimes they'll do that. They'll like try to convince you, this is the way it was in the previous seasons, this is how we'll make this work,
Right, kind of... I hate to critique this show that I love so much, but the regular show did about...
Regular show was very guilty of that, yes.
Our beloved Thomas.
Yes.
/ Nikolai. Spoiler warning.
Yeah. Yes, so like that. And we might go a little bit over time just so you guys can hopefully see us get past that part.
Yes.
If it behaves. If it freezes again, we'll just end the video.
Thankfully it behaved this time,
Yes.
so... I wanted to.
But yeah, so I guess, without giving you any kind of spoilers, in some of the episodes we've watched in season 2, I'm like, oh yeah. And even one in season 1, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Fudge! Okay.
So that's always cool.
Yeah, it is.
I like it when a long-running series pays attention to its lore, and then really for the people who were more eagle-eyed than me the first time, it was really a reward, because they'll be like, oh, okay, that's why that happened and that was there, and
Yeah.
I guess I can appreciate Gumball as well because the characters are flawed.
Yeah.
And they're not given the magic plot powers of they are always right because they are the main characters. So
Yeah.
even if they do questionable things, they always have to be right because they're the main characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would if they did that with Gumball, that would not work, because
Yeah.
that boy,
He's a troublemaker.
yes, he did some pretty gnarly and idiotic things
Mm-hmm.
in that show. And sometimes it's a bit extreme, but
Yep.
as harsh as the infamous example was, Nicole does have a point that they're trying to make laughing at humor about their father did hurt his feelings.
Uh-huh.
And she does care about her husband.
Mm.
And I love that about...
Oh yeah, I love the... Ooh, ouch. Yeah, I love the fact that his parents do genuinely love each other.
Yeah.
And even though they are definitely a opposites attract situation, you can see how they're opposites in a compatible way.
Yeah.
Because that's what we mean by opposites attract. It's not just, oh, anybody with opposite personality can fall in love. It has to be, they have to be opposite in a way where they fit together.
Yeah.
And they complement each other, like, you know, like in Richard and Nicole's case, you know, Nicole can help Richard from really hurting himself, or, you know, being maybe because he's not as bright and he's kind of lazy, but he has a good heart. And
Yeah.
and for Nicole, Richard can help her realize sometimes she has to relax, or maybe she's being too harsh on the kids, or, you know, things like
Harsh
that.
on herself, too.
Harsh on herself, exactly. Oh yeah, and you'll learn more about why she's like that in later episodes too.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Oh, it does also handle a lot of mature stuff in a very kid-friendly way. So,
Yeah.
which you don't expect that from a show like Gumball, but it does. It does very good. Yeah, that's why I feel like the 2010s
Yeah.
were really a good era for Cartoon Network, but then they kind of, near the end of the 2010s, really fumbled.
Yes.
And it's so sad because the 2010s in the beginning had some really good shows on Cartoon Network that I'm fond of.
Yeah.
Especially because they came out after the disaster of CN Live, which was just, oh.
I'm hearing.
Yeah. I actually still had the Cartoon Network channel at that time, and oh my god. The fact that the only animated show we had at that time was Mad.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not a good time.
Don't sound it.
No. And don't get me wrong, Mad occasionally had some funny stuff, but... I mean the animated one, I don't mean the sitcom show Mad TV.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if I'm calling them by the wrong name. It's kind of confusing. Basically the one based on the magazine, I think, is the animated one.
Right.
But a lot of times they just kind of had, like, bare minimum, we are making fun of pop culture stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Guess we could just finish the level.
yes. Alright, guys, we will end here. Thank you so much for joining us and hanging in there with us through it not always working. So,
Yes.
we shall see you next time.
Yes, with
Bye.
a new level.